Okay, welcome everybody. Yay! Oh my God, we're halfway through. I know last week we said we had 12 weeks. I meant we had, anyways, whatever. If you guys want, I might add a second onto this. Continue going, because I think we still have a lot of work to do. I have been through so much transformation this last week. Holy cow. What a beautiful experience. I got to, because of Suzanne, introduced me to Anrita. I got to co-host an event in Glastonbury. And it was really cool because how we came together, she was really good at emceeing and doing all this stuff and being present. And I was good having my team help doing the background stuff. And we both learned a lot on how to do this in the future and improve it. And it was just really beautiful. There was over 127 people signed up online. And then there was like 75 people in person. So it was super successful, and so much blessings to Anrita if you're here today. I know you're traveling tomorrow. So yeah, it was really cool. And thank you, Suzanne. That was really beautiful that we got to come together and do that. It was really lovely. And then beautiful Zara here. I've known her for 5 years. She's come to Glastonbury and has been hanging out with me. And we've got like, I don't know, another 4 or 5 days together before I fly off to LA. And she did this beautiful song for me this morning, and it was absolutely lovely. So when you guys started playing, it's like, Zara, you got to come and do this. And I'm going to have her help me pick out a drum. I think it's time for a drum, which is interesting. I've never considered myself musical. But anyways, you guys, it's all about showing up and being authentically you and however you do it. My opening statement for the group was, I warned them I'm going to shock you a little bit with my statement. But my opening statement was, fuck you, I'm not your guru. Do not put me in that position. You have the power within to do everything. Don't make me responsible for your changes. They're your changes. And you have the power to do them and line up with them. Yes, I'm a facilitator. Yes, I'm in service to God, and I'm in service to you. As a mirror to you, what I can do, you can do. And it's all about being in the heart and living in the heart. It's all about mirrors, really. When you see somebody and what they're mirroring to you, look at it and what does that do for you and what are you getting out of it and how does it help you? But it's also about having mirrors up so whatever anybody sends to you goes back to them. So if they're sending you love, they get love back. If they're sending you hate, they don't get hate from you. It's their own hate that's going back to them. It's not from you, and you are not responsible for it. By just being in pure source love and unattached from what they're going through or what you're mirroring to them, then it's their own experience. And that is love and holding space for them. It's very, very important. Very important not to get plugged into their program or their hate or judgment for you or what they think of you. It's none of your business what they think of you. And I've been really good at maintaining that for the most part for the last couple of years. But what I wasn't doing is when people did take advantage of me, I just, and walked away. And what I've realized lately is you can't be a doormat either. You've got to stand in your power. And I've really done that over the last week. And I want you guys to do this too. As I learn, you learn. or we all learn together, really. Was to stand in my power and to tell this person, whatever you send at me goes straight back to you. I'm not interested in knowing what it is. It's none of my business. I detach from your karma is your own. And if you try to destroy me, you destroy yourself, if that's what you desire. I'm not interested in knowing more. Thank you. And thank you for teaching me. So whatever that is for you, that is coming up for you right now, because I know I'm touching all your hearts, I can feel it. Let's let that go. Let's let go of the karma of needing to teach people their karma, to feel responsible for their actions. I felt responsible for people watching them destroy themselves after they fucked with me. But it wasn't me fucking with them. It was them fucking with themselves. And I went through a part where I felt responsible because they fucked me over and fucked themselves over. You know, which is kind of silly. That's kind of being a doormat, letting people run over you and you just go peace, love, joy, and happiness. You know, stand in your power and just put the mirrors up with them. And the same thing with love, of course. But it's important for you to stay disconnected from their programs, what they think of you or how they judge you. I ran into my good friend Wesley that I used to travel with all the time in a crop circle. When I started going through my major transformations a year ago, he disconnected from me and stopped talking to me. And I ran into him in a crop circle with another friend. And it was interesting. I could see that the disconnect was just completely there. And I sent him love, joy, and happiness, and I was happy to see him. But I saw his own fears and judgments about me coming through, and it was very awkward. But what was really, really, really cool about all that is I got to look at that and how it affected me and how it made me feel. Because people don't just show up in a crop circle unless you're supposed to run into them, right? Well, so what was really, really interesting is I saw Katie posted, I'm going to this crop circle, who's going? And I said, I'm going. So her and I ended up meeting outside on the road and walking in together. And I asked God to have someone show us where it is. And these two people show up right in front of us, go right into the crop circle. Then they tell us that's where it is. So we go over to join them and we get in the crop circle and she knows them. And then they leave. And then I'm sitting in the crop circle and here comes Wesley and this other person that I also know very well. I'm just not going to use her name right now. And it was so interesting in the interaction and my presence and how I felt was so beautiful to me. I saw how much I've changed. I wasn't holding resentment or sorrow, sadness, or rejection. You know, I have a lot of people that misunderstand me and can't handle me, and I'm okay with that. But I can't shrink or pretend to be something I'm not. I have to be honest and truthful to myself. It's the only way I can be in service. And it's the same thing with you. Be authentic. Be you. Show up. Make an effort. Take action. So I'm not your guru. You are your guru. You are your master. I was talking to somebody about this morning. Yeah, I can channel, but I now channel myself because I am the master I'm speaking to. I don't need to speak to another master to get information for you. What does that mean? Doesn't that also mean you're a master? Doesn't that also mean your power is within? Doesn't that also mean to listen to your heart? Pull out of the game, pull out of the programs, look at the mirror. You're never a victim. Never a victim, are you? Look at the mirror, what people are showing you. Look at the way you're judging them. What does that mean for you? Why are you judging yourself? And when you can go into a situation like I went into, with, I would say, about 2% judgment versus 100, I had some things to work through. A year ago, I couldn't say I would have been able to do that. So you can see how much you've grown. And the more you can go into pure source love within yourself, some people are going to react, but it's their own hate and it's their own judgment that they're reacting to because you're just holding space for them. You're just a mirror for them. And the stronger you get, the stronger you affect people with that unconditional love and that mirror, however they handle it. But they are handling their experience their way. You are not responsible. If you feel yourself judging them, go into your heart and clear it. If you're worried about them judging you, go into your heart and clear it. Now let's do some clearing. You guys ready?